Yo, yo, what up? It's your girl Joy, the Hip Hop Parfum, and this will be your Sun in Libra tarot reading. On Monday, September 22nd at 2:19 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the sun will begin its transit in the sign of Libra, signaling the autumn equinox. Okay, fall will be here on Monday, guys and gals. Okay, people. Okay, I was gonna call this the autumn equinox reading, but obviously the equinox lasts for longer than Libra season, so I just was like, boop, nip it in the bud. Okay. What else? First things first. Every day is Juneteenth, people. Stay on your square. Okay. Don't let up. Do not let up. Now is not the time. Now is not the time. Okay. What else? So you're watching this, that means you already watched the solar eclipse reading. Okay. And then the next time you see me, it will be the Mars reading. Mars is gonna be in Scorpio on the same day. Okay. Just maybe like an hour later. But because I'm going out of town, I gotta stack them. I gotta do them of most important first. Okay, Mars is gonna be in Scorpio for over a month, so we got time. So y'all gonna get that the next time you see me on Wednesday. Okay. And then I will be out of town, doing a quick turn and burn to New Orleans for my homegirl birthday. And so when I get back from NO, you all will get your monthly October reading. Okay, spooky season. Okay, today we are using the Antique Anatomy Tarot, and the theme, I can't really like quantify it in a sentence, in like a couple of words like I normally do, but the issue is your identity. You are balancing your not self with the generational trauma. Okay, it's two different versions of you. Okay, the not self is your most authentic self. Okay, and we already know who you are based off of the trauma. Okay, so we're gonna get into it. I'm here, you're here. Frankie is here. He's being a good boy. Okay, so let's do it. He barked on the last reading. If you haven't watched, please do. When Frankie chimes in, that's confirmation. He hasn't chimed in months. Okay, but let's see where this goes. Y'all know I always use the Antique Anatomy Tarot for Venus, Libra, or Taurus readings just because of the duality of the images on the cards. So let's get into it. Okay. Four of Blades, Four of Swords. Whew. Some would say rest or meditation, but it's definitely death on this one. Okay, for this particular reading. Death, and I feel like maybe there's a small part of you that did die at some point. Not necessarily your inner child, but for a lot of you, yes, your inner child. You just had to cut that part of yourself off. Essentially, when people refer to their inner child or a small part of them died, that is how they describe having to become emotionally detached from the situation or the people involved. Okay? It is a way to quickly protect your feelings. Okay? Not have any. Not allow yourself to have any. Not allowing yourself to express how you feel. And I know we're not, feelings are sometimes reserved for Cancer or moon placements. So here it is about your ability to connect socially. I think you, at some point, you kind of became a recluse. Okay, because people use hermit mode now as it's like this cool thing to do. But as a human, you need to socialize. It's literally, okay, what helps keep us alive and stops us from losing our mental space. I know you might, well, they driving me crazy. They're kind of keeping you sane a little bit too. Okay? But that's, you had to cut off a part of yourself. You had to detach at some point. Okay? Think about when that was, or how long has it been. Do you even know how long you've been in this situation? It's almost like if you even try to express yourself, it's like you feel disconnected in a way. Two of Swords in reverse. So we go from 4 to 2, breaking it down. I understand that this was a decision you felt like you had to make or you were forced to make because of the situation. But to carry that same energy into the future is what is hindering you. Okay? That's what's holding you back from being the star, so to speak, from being admired, garnering attention, a boost of self-esteem, confidence, pride. Okay? You've lost all of that. I think we're going to see the main problem. All the cards came out, whole stack, that we got to put back. Clearly, when I was saying the main problem, but there's a lot of problems. Okay, and they're all interconnected. And we get the High Priestess. Secrets yet to be revealed. Mystery. Knowledge. Wisdom. The main issue is that you were not socializing with people on your level, on the same playing field as you. You were not associating with like-minded people. Okay, so it wasn't you. It was the people around you were around. Okay? Why were you even in that circle? Like you don't even know. And so now, because of that small group of quote-unquote friends that you thought you had, I got to make sure the time was going, you assume that every friend group is going to be like that, but that is not necessarily the truth. And the same thing goes for relationships. Just because you had one bad relationship, I know, it was terrible. Oh my gosh, it was this, it was that. That is not going to be every relationship that you get into. Okay? You have to leave that trauma behind. You can learn from it. I didn't say don't process it and learn from it, but you gotta move on. Life continues. Okay? Life goes on. Those relationships likely were not helping your creativity. This is 8 of Pentacles. Okay. Maybe those people didn't have your work ethic. Okay. They didn't have your drive and determination and motivation. Okay. Enthusiasm. They just didn't have the same skill set as you. King of Cups. Elixirs. Calming tonic. King of Elixirs, right? You need to calm down. Number 14, which is 5. Power. Yep. Truth, light, cleansing. So you realize, okay, these people is not on my level. We don't have the same skill set. We don't have anything in common, essentially. Nothing in common with these people. So now, I'm going to take this calming tonic and I'm going to step back. I'm going to slowly back out. Cues Homer in the bushes. Okay? And so now, you think you got it all together. You think, oh, well, now I got my emotional stability. I got my cup is full. You know what I'm saying? I can function and move on. However, I am so afraid of falling into a similar situation that I'm going to fall all the way back. Instead of taking the recommended dosage, you took the entire bottle, which is how we got to the 4 of Swords death. Sounds familiar, Romeo, Juliet? You thought you was calming down, but you essentially just started isolating yourself. For some of you, maybe this is how you grew up. Okay? And don't say, oh, it's because I'm an only child. I'm an only child too. Been there, done that, said that, made up all the excuses. You can blame it on your zodiac sign. Excuses. I don't have time. Excuses. You could be the star of the show. And maybe that's why some of y'all probably kept these people around, because you were the smart one. You were getting all this attention and all of this admiration. You had fans, basically. Okay? And that's why you liked them, because they were bowing down because of your position. Fool. Fool. You were them. Probably you, I'm sure. I'm so sure. Because you probably stayed longer than you should have. That sounds like something a fool would do. Stayed longer than you should have. Should have been out. Should have been gone. And that's okay. It's all right. I think over time you developed. Over time your self-esteem was lowered, confidence, pride, all of that was lowered because you weren't socializing with people that were going to shout you out, give you the accolades, give you the encouragement, pat you on your back, do all the things that a real friend should do or a real partner should do. I mean, this goes for family too. Okay? When we're talking about Libra and we're talking about social connectedness, we're talking about any human interaction. That is social relatedness. Okay, some of y'all might say, I don't got no, I ain't got no friends. You watching me on this app. You got these apps. You on YouTube watching podcasts. You on social media watching all these videos. Social media. You are still connecting via the internet with other humans. It don't matter. You in the comment section, you giving a like or what have you. You are still socializing. Okay? So don't act like you too good to socialize in person, because you ain't. Okay? Alright, it was going to come out, so I'll just take it. Temperance. And now I just realized I did talk about the moon earlier and saying talk about feelings. High Priestess represents the moon. The Fool. I don't think the Fool is a planet. The Fool might be Uranus. And I put my other phone out the room. But Temperance here is Sagittarius. We need to do some cognitive behavioral therapy. Meaning, in order to change your behavior, we need to change your thinking. Okay? Need to change your thinking, your thought process. Okay, looking at the time, so I can see how I want the spread to go. I don't want to do the same thing I did last time, but that is essentially what is happening. So think about it. Temperance. I already told you that you need to be able to balance your not self, okay, which is your true authentic self, higher self, whatever you want to call it. Okay, you need to balance that with, if that is the not your, I don't even want to say physical, not self. I'm saying not self because that's a real psychological term. Okay, used in human design theory. But what would be the opposite? I'll just say current self, current level of functioning. Okay, you need to balance who you want to be, who you can be, who you should be, with who you are. Gotta meet in the middle. Okay, but how do we do that? How do we do that? You're knowledgeable. You're wise. Okay? You have to take time to analyze and process different situations from the perspective of your higher self, your not self. Okay? Because a lot of times our immediate reaction is going to be that of our current self, our current level of functioning self. Okay? It is going to be quite the journey, signaled by the Fool, to bring this into balance. But you can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. Okay. 3 of Blades. 4, 2, and 3. Okay. This will be 3 of Swords. That is how you heal. Okay. That is how you heal. Learning to function as both your current self and your higher self. Allowing yourself the grace to make mistakes. Okay? Nobody's expecting you to be perfect. Okay? But this is a slow healing journey. Libra isn't fixed. Oh, no. Libra's not fixed. That's Leo. I'm thinking about the sun. But sun rules Leo. Leo is a fixed fire sign. Don't let anybody, okay, put your light out. Okay, don't let anybody reduce you as a person. Okay? Way too many. That's the Tower. Mercury, the Magician. Love this Magician card. Spine. Spine, spine, spine. We got a foot. We got a hand. 2 hands. 3 hands. We got 1 hand with a little bit of flesh. But we got the spine, skull, brain. It takes a lot of, it will be risky, okay, this journey. You're going to take a lot of risks, the Fool, okay? But nothing beats a try but a fail. So you need to take that step forward, okay? And allow yourself room to think more responsibly. Told you. Frankie might chime in. Here he is. You need to be sharing your gifts with the world, not staying cooped up in the crib or wherever you at. In the school, dorm, work, whatever. You need to share yourself with the world. You are a gift. I'm not even not. If you got talent, everybody got a talent, okay? But if there's something you're good at, if there's nothing you have discovered that you are good at, whatever, whoever you are, you need to share yourself with other people. Go into those spaces that make you feel comfortable. Go into those spaces that you haven't been in a long time. Go to that poetry reading. Go to that coffee house. Okay? Okay? Go to that dance class. Go to that gym. Go to that grocery store. Go to that restaurant. Okay? The likelihood of you bumping into someone, striking up conversation about something that you're both interested in is totally possible when you go to places that you enjoy, that you are able to have fun and feel light and playful like a child back in your adolescent years. Because that's what the sun is all about. Having fun, childhood playmates, enjoying life. Okay? The Magician is saying, make moves. Share yourself with the world and the world will open up for you. Be confident in who you are and know that that is enough. You are enough as you are. Not self, not where you are now, not us right now, right here. In the future somewhere, maybe my readings are so much wiser and introspective. Okay, I gotta work on me too. We are all working on ourselves. That is how you do your part. Okay, gonna read a couple of things before we get out. Let's go High Priestess first. Okay. I forgot this doesn't have. Shakana. Both above and below. Shekinah is the spiritual bride of the just man. And when he reads the law, she gives the divine meaning. The highest and holiest of the major arcana. So, your current functioning self, your current level of functioning, when you are doing your reflection or just thinking back to when you started to detach yourself from society, understand that there's divine meaning in that. But there is also divine meaning in connecting with other people. Those are divine relationships, divine partnerships, divine connections, friendships. Okay? Next, we're going to go to the Fool. The Fool is in the back. The Fool signifies the flesh and sensitive life. Your current self, you in this flesh. You sensitive to things people say, do, how they act. It's okay. Okay? It's all right. It's okay to have someone speak and then your feelings be hurt. It's gonna happen. It's okay that words upset you. It's okay that behaviors make you sad or depressed or what have you. You're going to go. You gotta go. You're human. Your feelings are gonna be all over the place. Feel them. Okay? Just because other people make you feel a way doesn't mean that you have to generalize that to everybody else. It's not all of us. It's just them. And then we got Temperance, which is 14. Temperance says, hereof is some part of the secret of eternal life. What is the secret to eternal life? That's something only your not self would know. Ask and maybe you'll find out. And not on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Magician. Divine motive in man. Liberation of its union with that which is above. Unity of individual being on all planes. Basically, that means your not self and your current self can coexist. They can be harmonized. There can be balance. Okay? You're just going to have to put in the work. You're going to have to intentionally put yourself out there. Okay? You're going to have to reach. You're going to have to take that step forward. You're going to have to open your mind. Every bit of anatomy on here is saying what you need to do. High Priestess. Be open. Be wise. Fool. Take the first step forward. Brain. Change your thinking, change your perspective, and you will have eternal life. Infinity. This is infinity. Okay? Flesh, life. Okay? Got kind of long towards the end, but what do we learn? That we need to get out there. And I know it's getting cool. So some of y'all might not even want to be outside. You better wrap up. That's all I can say. All right. See y'all next time. Peace.